Okay, we a little early, but that's a whatever. So, time for another Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Seed of the Week, Cowabunga version. So, previewing the flags, it's generally pretty average overall with just a couple of interesting things, but all of the characters have been resprited and renamed as heroes and villains from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of the 80s, both the uh, first live action movie and the cartoon series. So you've got a Casey and an April and a Krang and a Shredder, and of course, Setzer is your Donatello, so he focuses on tools. Cyan is Leo, so he gets to do the Leonardo, so he gets the sword tech. Shadow is Michelangelo or Mikey, so he gets the dances, and Sabin is Raphael, and so they gave him Rage because apparently Raphael is always angry. More wrath. So we'll see. I haven't seen the sprites and how good they look, but it's just something that you can look at in the preview to the thing. Otherwise, they're pretty average kinds of seeds overall, so this is likely all the best racers are going to have like an hour 20 to hour, probably hour 20 to hour 40-ish times. There are already 32 participants. When I get to the seed of the week, they usually change them on Saturday, so my time for Final Fantasy Worlds Collide is right before it ends. It's a good thing I'm not a big streamer with a lot of people coming in to try and spoil it for me because of that, but whatever. Anywho, we'll go ahead and get started in a minute here. Alright. And let's go ahead and start and see who we begin with. Hey, we get Mikey and we get plus figure all complete, so cute. He's all green because he's a turtle, and they've managed to do green for his headband area. And Strago is Splinter, the old man, so they've got Kelgar, the wolf dude from Final Fantasy V, as the sprite to be his Ratman self, so that's cool. So what does Splinter have as an ability? Runic. Ugh. His vigor is extremely good, and his magic is as decent as it usually is for Strago. And Raphael has his usual bad magic power, but he does have high speed. What rages does he have? Rhinotar, Steroidite, Pterodon. Okay, I like Pterodon. He does Fireball and cast Float. Ralph is probably okay. Can't remember if any of these others. Greater Behemoth might do something cool or might do something weird. Some of the Behemoths are great, some of them are bad, and I don't remember them all that well. Sometime I probably ought to go check some of those out, but let's start by grabbing some equipment in South Figaro. So let's see. Burning House. The usual Cyan things I can go through. If my rages are actually good. If Greater Behemoth especially works well. Oh, Dark Gear is pretty good armor. That's like plus 6 speed or something crazy. Or a Lance, if I can use that on one of my characters, that's a great starting item. Potion. We start with 5k gold and 3 Phoenix Downs and 3 Warp Stones, so enough decent beginning tools. Oh, the plus 19 Vigor was what helped out with getting... that's why Splinter's Vigor is so good. It isn't supposed to be that good in order to roll really high, it's just we already got a plus 19. Dark Hood is not all that great. I'm going to buy some potions with this money. Since unfortunately they don't have that there. So 8 and 11 I think it was that... what's the setting for this? Gold hairpin. Potentially good if and when I get some magic. Mostly to see if there's anything to come back for. Chocobo suit. Tiger's mask is okay. Nothing really great here. Oh, a rod, though. Mithril? Just Mithril, so not a breakable rod. We'll save here and test out the waters of the underground fighting here. I always like to get a couple of battles under my belt before tackling anything. And it's kind of risky, but the burning house might be worth going after for early on, just for this antidote. To get it out of the way and make use of some of the required battles, especially if one of these actually works out. I know Pteranodon is okay if the enemy is not weak to, or is not resistant to absorbing fire, immune to fire, or absorbing fire. And Wriggle Crown is good too. Okay. Assassin, nobody. Guardian, Wrath. Aura Lance, nobody, unfortunately. Magical Brush, nobody. Okay, so unfortunately a lot of these don't work well. So Guardian is your best setup there. And you don't have anything good. Not a great start. Okay, let's test out... Oh, Greater Behemoth already. Let's test out what Greater Behemoth does to them. But this is generally just a bad overall. Okay, it is Meteor. That's good. His magic power isn't great, though, but... his defense is also really, really good for the starting area. One more meteor, maybe. Hopefully we'll kill the Greater Behemoth. Very ironic that that's what I decide to lean on to start with, and it's what we encounter immediately. Decent amount of money and 5 levels, so I'm fine with that for now. So I feel more confident taking on the Burning House now. We'll do that. Excalibur and Sniper. No one can use that. No one can use Excalibur. We're not getting lucky on our... we have decent weapons. I often whine about the Excalibur being kind of bad for an endgame weapon. But if you get it early enough here and somebody can use it, it's a lot better than the weapons I've got right now. But neither of our people can use it, so it's been unfortunate. Coloring's slightly off. This is supposed to be Raph. He should have red more than orange looking. But maybe this was the closest they could do with the things that were available. For some reason I was thinking all this time that it was more Mikey than Raph, but Mikey is Shadow. Still, I think that was a pretty good start to this thing. We'll go ahead and do the Burning House next. A lot of people hate the Burning House because it's a lot of hard to avoid combats, but I like getting it done early enough so that you can get some Rage Ring if we get you Morrow. Some Phoenix Downs. Still no dried meat. I'm not in desperation mode to search for that yet, but always something you want to keep an eye out for. Could go for a free check first. See if we can get some If I can get an Esper on Strago so that he has some sort of way to help out, that might be okay. We are already 8, so even if we get another complete 2 checks from this... just a merchant. 58k here. I'll have to check it in the world of balance. No time limit, which is good. Going to go ahead and check the Nutkin's suit. Okay, I know that that's really good armor for Strago. Bonus speed and bonus magic power, 2 most important stats. Imp's armor. Kind of what I want and kind of what I don't want at the same time. This is the one I really, really want, but we have to be able to kill him. Not a good counter. He must already be pretty weak, so maybe one more. Meteor would kill him. This will probably kill both of us, though. Just him? Okay. I kind of didn't want to use a potion on him because if he uses like a Bolt 2 or something again. Shockwave, yikes. Running out of Phoenix Downs. Well, I bought several, so not really. I still have 4 left at least. Okay, now that I know where Katana Soul is, though, I can save this until after the burning house. And that'll kill us? Yeah. Okay, all the rest, none of the rest of his things are free. They're various combats and stuff, so... I can check Zen on the other side. Unfortunately, I can't come back for that later after completing it. And definitely, Katana Soul is the one I absolutely want, so... The rest of them are okay, especially since Aloe Vera wouldn't be bad for Tiger Fang since I have Sabin already. Especially since I've already got a couple of other good endgame weapons that he absolutely can't equip, so he might want his 7 version, but 42k for this side, so I need a lot of money to get that. Okay. Well, let's do Burning House and be done. Probably will enable me to... Meteor will be enough to get through most of the battles, probably. Should give me enough levels that we can do Katana Soul. X Potion. Cow Robe. Oh, excellent. That's good armor for Strago for now. Not as good as the Nutkin suit we'll pick up in the collapsing house, but good. Easy fights. That's what we like. Free experience. Of course, he uses Meteor on the second one to waste time. Another reason not to like Rage, even though you can get really powerful things like this, that because it's totally random, everything else involved in it, it's not reliable. Whoops, Opinicus. That's not good. Well, okay, it was fine for that. The only bad news is that since these are super easy fights, they're not going to give great experience, but oh my. One. Okay. I'm gonna have him stand by for... Probably should just run away from this fight. I'm a bit too stubborn about battles like this. Greedy for them is what I really should say. If there's a chance of me being able to beat them. Yeah. I should just run away from the Doom Dragon. Like, the other ones are fine. Even getting another level or two would help out. Then hopefully the reward will make me tough enough to deal with Katana Soul, but... Here's the Tau Robe. And this is just a green cherry, but it's a free green cherry, so... Now, there's usually... Is there 3 different or 2 different formations? That's the word I'm looking for that I never remember. If there's 3, then we might have one more interesting one. If it's 2, then basically a coin flip, and I should look on avoiding it. I wonder if I should fight every battle if they're that easy and wimpy. Provided that it works out. Oh, it was a Opinicus again. Not that matters. It's actually enough to one-shot these guys anyway. Except the reason, and that's the reason I didn't want Opinicus, because I figured it would put sap on. Because the Opinicus itself is one of the enemies that for some reason just drains its own HP from the beginning, or has an HP drain effect on it from the beginning of battle. Okay, doing okay so far. Okay, getting nothing but the sand rays, that's fine. Good, finally. So at 9, that's not much better than 8 for dealing with. A potential Katana Soul. Not potential, I know he's going to be there. Ninja Star, so if we had a guy with throw. Drill. If we have Donatello, Donatello's going to have all the tools anyway. That's one of the quests that we get. Okay, please, Raph, just attack with your next attack. Thank you. Got some tonics. Just one. Okay. Potions. We did make it up to level 10 at least, so... Ah, the piranha fight. Okay. Probably just let Raph rage through this. At least until we get to Rizapas. And then Splinter can do some attacks to help out. Keep choosing Meteor, that's fine. We need to use up time anyway, and it automatically kills both of them, so there it is. Don't think you can Runic Meteor. Maybe I should go ahead and be trying Runic for defensive measures. That's why I didn't use Runic before, because I was thinking, oh, it's black magic, I'll absorb it. And then I was thinking about it again, and I'm like, what am I talking about? You can't Runic Ultima or Murton, or probably not Meteor. It should be one of those immune to it, because it's a powerful party-wide. It's not a single target. Magicite Unicorn. So that got us up to 11. It also made, what's-his-name slightly more powerful. But, what? Oh, and let's go ahead and throw Unicorn on. Strength +2, Fire 3, Reflect, X Zone. Alright, okay, now I have a, little bit of a strat, as it were. I learned that and I'll be in good shape. There's another item in here, which maybe I should have looked for first. Probably not much of anything, but Thunder Shield. Gee golly, another actually very solid piece of item. That might have been good to have there. Maybe I can just go for Katana Soul now. I'll give it another shot. If I get through there and get that done, that will... I should be on the path. Warpstone, Antidote, Imp's Armor. This is the Nutkin suit, which is slightly better than the Taorobe, I think. A little less magic, but more speed and more overall defense, though less evade. Okay, come on, 3 more meteors. Nope, still got it. Is it super high evasion or a blink status that is actually added by that? It's got to be close to death now, though. It's not experience, so I really don't mind, although there will be some AP that I'll miss out on, some magic points, but oh well. Yeah, you'll keep using magic Mega Volt and Volt 2, that's fine. One of the reasons why I decided that I would try to take him on now with the Thunder Shield. Okay, that's a bit more of a problem. Go on, go back to Lightning. We like that. Okay, there we go. Alright. From this point on, everything else should be a little bit easier. No, I'm not going to, actually. I thought about looking for, to see if there were... if I could get my hands on Tiger Fangs maybe as well, maybe Dragon Claw. But I'll probably get plenty of good stuff and or trade out Raphael for another character before the end of the game anyway. Cat Hood. If my characters can use it. Splinter can use it. Awesome. Now we'll get double money. As well as solid. Very, very solid stats and defense from that helm. Few more K and we can afford the item over in Zen. Thunder Rod, okay. Epee. Yeah, we'll Great Behemoth them. Ha! That's gonna be the Shredder, and that's Realm. These things can petrify. That's dangerous. Please use. Maybe I should have gone ahead and had him use Thunderbolt 2 instead. Three attacks in a row? Are you serious? Come on. I'm on a Pinnacus instead, for one thing. I forgot that more enemies puts it further down the list. Yeah, it was only 5, unfortunately. Whisper and Hazer, okay, not too bad. I can do 2 of those, so... There we go, now Splinter has Fire 3. And Bolt 2 himself. And a gold hairpin to match. Lore. If low speed, but even higher magic. Wow. Nope. Magical brushes are best, but at least that puts her speed up some. And put on the Nutkin suit to give her some speed boost, and okay, now our speed goes from kind of bad to more than acceptable. And now we can give her the unicorn, also give her the shield. She's still got a 62 magic power, even though she also does not have any good real weapons. Nobody can use this Aura Lance or Excalibur that I found. That's pretty rare. But now I've made it, with this, I've definitely made it through the awkward early game I always have, trying to get what I need to survive the early portion. So we'll be able to do, just breeze through these checks now. That's Bebop, huh? What's he got? Natural magic and steel. Also rolled decently for his stats. 35 speed and strength is actually pretty good. He has haste too as his one starting spell. Well, he can use an Aura Lance, which is great. Also, the Excalibur, but Aura Lance is better. Gold Helmet, I guess, doesn't have any good armor. Still need to learn with Shredder, so that's fine. Oh yeah. Golden Ghost, that looks great. Magicite, okay. I forgot to check Shredder's lores. Let's check Shredder's lores. Aqua Rake. Quasar. Wow. Okay, need to give the half magic to him so that Quasar is not as good as Grand Train, but it's probably the second best. The only problem is in vanilla, you would only normally be able to learn it from Goddess at the very end of the game. So only if you missed Grand Train is it useful, and then pretty much since Goddess is generally the last enemy you'll fight, at that point it would only be good for the final Kefka battle. And you really should have Ultima by then if you're worrying about that kind of thing. I actually put it on? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think all of these characters are better than this poor excuse for Raging Sabin as well, even if I have been leaning heavily on the Meteos to start with, the Meteors from Great Behemoth. So I'm glad I haven't worried about any other monsters in a box besides Katana Soul. Dullahan, huh? Good thing we have Fire 3s as well. Go ahead and haste the party. Still alive? Very surprised. I can afford one more? Okay, let's do it then. Fire 3 did slightly more damage than Quasar, but that was also with it doing double damage because Dullahan is weak, so... let's see, let's go ahead and get Kim our one Esper. As well as the Thunder Shield, so he can learn the spells. Woo! Rexol. Lovely. Yeah, still best just to do Quasar. Even though that's going to keep wiping out the little guys and redoing them. I could cast Reflect on the party one by one, I suppose. Might almost be a better use of my mana. Whoops, that's no good. Come on, can we get a meteor already? Jeez. Nope, that's why you want to replace him as soon as possible. A lot of people talk about all the cool things you can do with Gao, and yes, that is it is true that it's possible, but you just have so many problems like this too, where you try to go with the one powerful ability you can use, and he instead chooses constantly to okay. I am out of magic. Do I have any? Oh, good. That was the end of the fight, just barely. Woo! Yep. Pod bracelet is actually decent. You can throw that on somebody now. Kind of hoping for a lot of espers in a row and no characters for a little while. Nope, character. Alright, who is this ninja then? Is this Michelangelo? Is that supposed to be orange versus my red? I guess I kind of look more reddish. It looks more like an orange though. But that would make this Mikey. Yep. Who has dance, 46 speed, 37 magic because his stats are actually really good. So we'll just swap you out. You can also use the assassin. At least I have one good relic, so everybody will have access to pretty strong magic. Assassin, plus 2 magic, plus 3 speed. Need to take off the rest of his equipment too. As well as recharge. So the big problem now is that the new levels of our characters joining us are not going to be great. Let's go ahead and give you Pod Bracelet. Okay, because Dark Gear is better than Ninja Gear. It's like upgraded Ninja Gear, basically. Can anyone else use that? Oh, Bebop can, I know. He can use the Regal Crown. Mithril Shield. Okay, I can do Floating Continent now too, which would be another great boost of HP to people, but I'm going to do some of these easier nearby checks first. Like Esper Mountain, it will be a boss fight, but it's pretty quick. Unless it's a character. I think I'll leave if it's a character. Nope, that's a merchant. Good. Oops. Because I actually, at the moment, do not want characters. I've already got too many. Ammo weapon. Okay, whatever. Let's see. I have no idea. Let's have fun. Wonderful start. Please stop doing that, Lion. Once he learns, which he should from this battle, he should learn all of that magic, and that's going to make him much better. Okay, there's that weapon done. Yeah, Quasar and Fire 3s now will just be blowing through everything. Now the only thing I'm really on the lookout for is actually getting at least one multi-hit. I would really, really like. Even a gem box, I'd probably be okay with it. I've Gotten better, only a Genji helmet. Sheesh, where are all of the stupid espers? Like to finish up Sabin's checks with Mount Colt's muscle belt. I despise this relic because of how late you get it, but at this point in the game, probably not all that bad to have plus 300 hit points. It like comes from one of the dragons in Kefka's final tower, which actually makes it not all that bad if you don't have anything better. Even at that level, I mean, if you're at 3000 HP, you're getting another 150. But the thing is that it takes up a valuable relic slot, which are limited. And usually, by the time I get there towards the end of the game, I can put this on him too, because he can always use that. Instant death immunity is pretty good in the rando, since you never know when you're going to run into somebody that has it. Alright. Use a warp stone here. And by that time, I already have 7,000 or 8,000 HP, if not the full max 9999 on all my characters. So it's like, oh, goody. I get bonus HP from this relic? Wow. Oh, hey. Probably not any longer to do that than to go into the depths of the ship or go to sleep in the South Figaro Inn. King Bebop will get his discount. Whoever designed this seed did a pretty good job overall with the... I was complaining about the Raphael looking more orange, but maybe that's just some sort of weird contrast I've got, or just the pixelation of it. Oh, hey, there's Donatello, who I really want, because he's going to have all the tools, as well as good stats. Who could we replace at this point? He has natural magic, though, too, and the haste, too, is actually not bad at this point. I almost want to say, although I've liked having Splinter in the party, might be better to replace him now. Because it's early enough that getting all the tools and Crystal Shield, not bad. Okay, Noise Blaster, I don't like. Debilitator. Although if I'd had that for the Katana Soul, it would have been nice. Bio Blaster. Air Anchor. There are some things that can be used at, but I generally just don't bother. Do I want to keep the chainsaw? I don't even like the chainsaw that much because it always misses in the crucial moments. I prefer drill. It does slightly less damage, but it will always damage, so... Plus now if I get fixed dice, I know that he can use that. I also forgot to see if there's anything to buy. I have this much now, so okay, let's get a few of those. I just sold a bunch of stuff. Magus Hat and Mithril Claw. Magus Hat could potentially be good too. Elixirs for 11k is something to look at. Potions, maybe I should get some more of those. How many remedies do I have? 2? That might be enough. Another drill. So I have 3 of the 4 turtles. Yeah, he learned them all, which is great. Ninja gear is better than nothing. Oh, I can sell the Genji helmet too for more money, because I hate Genji helmet. Like, it's very good defense, yes. It would be better than the gold helmet, for instance, but it's considering how much it sells for. I always feel it's more valuable to me as money than as an item. Whoops. I took off the character that had the, Muggle Charm. Oh well, mastered me a new dance. Any of these dances potentially valuable? I ought to look at their abilities. Whoomp, El Nino, Landslide, and Tapir. That's actually good, too. Maybe I should, Elf Rage, Elfire Rage, Snare, Sonic Boom, Antlion, Kitty, Surge. All 4 of those, except for Tapir. Tapir's like the worst one. The other 3, I think, are all good. El Nino is one of the best water attacks. Whump is a pretty powerful single-target, non-elemental hit. So might be worth using now. Muggle Charm. You can use the Excalibur too, as well as the Sniper. He can use the Tau Robe. Oh, if he can use the Tau Robe, minus speed but plus magic. You can use the Dark Gear. Well, Mithril Vest is better than that, at least. No good armor for Edgar. That's odd, because he usually has more access to better armor. Gonna put Donnie in front now. Actually, no. Gonna put Mikey back in front now. Because we're forced into any normal encounter type situations, which hopefully won't be a lot of. But if I go after the floating continent here in a minute, it would be okay. Alright, let's see if I can afford this, then we'll go get... We'll get the free check from... I don't think this is an Esper. Yeah, but let's see what it is. Illumina? Worth it. I'll pay 42k for an Illumina. Darn. It's always really great when your realm can use an Illumina. Bebop and Splinter. Splinter could actually use it. That suddenly makes him worth thinking about again. How about the Aura Lance? Just Bebop? Too bad. My 2 best weapons would be Bebop and Splinter at this point. Okay, let's go get the free check here. If it's another character, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Can't believe I've only gotten 1 Esper this whole time. Yeah, it's locked. Casey. Casey has cheapy rain magic, really bad magic power. The magic is just because we have magic. His speed is really good. His vigor was decent enough without a boost, but sadly this is one of the times where Locke is not going to be worth keeping around. Tent, Warp Stone, I need to buy a couple of those. That should be enough. X Ethers I could buy here. Those would be... But I can get elixirs for cheaper from Figaro using Edgar. One of the few times I just don't want to use Locke, although he could also use the Illumina. That gives us access to some more cool stuff, too, that I want to check out immediately. Actually, it's about over here. So tired of characters, though. At least this isn't a character. Where is Narsh? There it is. And maybe Cursed Shield will be worth it. It's one of the interesting things about random stats, especially if they're random enough. Sometimes your... Oh, gem box. She's still the best magic user. Diamond Vest would be even better than Mithril Vest for Edgar for now. Not going to get most of the other items in here, but just those were close, and I was rewarded with the gem box. Another gem box. Okay. Who has the next best magic when all's said and done? Mikey, actually, huh? Okay, Mikey. Give you gem box. Give you pod bracelet for now. Guess I can throw everybody in the back now. The other item, what even was it? It was something not very impressive. Let's see if the Cursed Shield is a short amount of checks or not. 14. I don't have a ribbon or... probably not going to do the Cursed Shield this time. Even with the amount of checks that I can get from the... whatchamacallit. Almost want to search the skies right now. There it is. Nope. Wow, I really got turned around. That's the back entrance to... Thought it looked more like a trail, but I didn't think that the mountains from the desert would go all the way to that valley. Hero ring, finally. Going to put that on Donnie to boost up his relic, his tools use as well as his spells. Probably will replace Mikey with Leo if I get him. Otherwise, leave this party as is. Yep, with double fire 3s, some 2 characters, we're going to be Magicite Kirin, finally another Magicite. Okay, are you at 100 now? Good. We'll leave you on that so that you can gain from your drill. Kirin is Rasp and W in, but HP plus 50%, so we'll get some HP at least. More importantly, it's another Esper towards getting us our set amount. Okay, Mount Colts, and that will finish up all of the World of Balance checks. I'm going to grab this item because I'm passed over it. I like checking for items. Wizard Orb. Okay. The Rage of Relics. It adds a cool ice ability to Yumaro. The only problem is, it seems that in a randomizer, if you get Yumaro and put Blizzard Orb on him, you're guaranteed to run into all of the enemies that absorb ice, and he's guaranteed to continually use his Blizzard ability, and then never use it when you're facing a character who's vulnerable only to magic, or especially vulnerable to ice magic. Just the way the game works. Okay, seriously, there's 7 characters left to recruit, and like 25 espers that I still need, so the odds of getting a character over an esper should be very, very low at this point. Kind of think it would have been thematically appropriate if Lock Casey had gotten Throw. That sounds like an excellent kind of command to simulate Casey's abilities, but other than the 4 turtles, they didn't. They set the rest of the abilities to random, all the characters, so that's why we have a powerful Shredder with a lore, which helps us out, really. Which I can still use if I need to do non-elemental damage as opposed to fire. Probably Quasar would be better than double bolts as well, come to think of it. In many cases. Now do I use magic, or... He's gonna be dead long before it reaches him anyway. Go Marble Shoes. Okay, who do we throw those on? Poor Memento Ring. Rising Sun. A weirdly pathetic endgame weapon. I think the only place you can get it is by transferring in a moderately high value item in the Colosseum. And it isn't even that powerful. So that's it for World of Balance now, finally. So let's do Floating Continent. I could really use some more elemental shields at some point. Maybe I can go on a shopping trip and find some at some point. I haven't checked hardly any shops. Yeah, Landslide isn't bad. Although it won't hit some enemies that count as flying, I think. It's one disadvantage to it. More of the Gloom Shells. There, that's what I wanted, to do one fight without the dancing. Oh boy. Actually halfway decent dance. Rare that you see that. Uh-oh. Guess I better still use Quasar. Oh, good. Before Bebop's spell could go off, that's good. It would have only been a bolt too, so probably wouldn't have done much damage even if it reflected onto my non-Thunder Shield users. Esper, good. Speaking of, let's trade some of these around. Put Keyring on you next. Not that it's matters that much. How's my mana situation? Decent enough. Don't need to worry about tense yet. And Terato going on to Shredder first because that's what happens. Haste 2. Well, Bebop certainly doesn't need that. Speaking of which, did you get anything? Nope, besides that, nope. Sometimes you get really good stuff early with natural magic, and sometimes you don't get anything but garbage stuff and not till another muscle belt. Holy cow, I could give HP to a couple of my guys now. But I'm already at the point where most of the relics I have are better. I'd rather have Marvel Shoes. I'd really rather have Pod Bracelet for the most part, I think. Rather have Hero Ring and Gem Boxes and Gold Hairpin for more mana. Oh, there was some sort of Y remove ability. It's a weird one I'm not familiar with, and I forgot to check what that did. Moogle Suit. French Vanilla Air Force in the slightly wrong place. force armor. Okay, well, that's good armor for you at least, or halfway decent at least. Still looking for another good... Great looking Gestalt sprite. Darn. Razor. Ooh, 15k money. Nice to get a couple of green cherries from that too. As well as even a white cape if I really want to, well, I can just throw it on to get rid of the thing at that point. Ooh. Second time in recent memory that I've gotten one of these from, let's see, Drill. Okay, unfortunate. Let's, not worry about hasting too then. How much will Aqua Rake do to him? Did one of these have a good chance of doing magic healing? Nope, he absorbs water as well. That's interesting. He absorbs wind too. Water I thought would be good against a fire enemy, but I only have 2 elixirs, which I'd rather save for that. 2 X potions. We'll just have to slow healing. Let's check how much damage that does. Let's have you continue to heal up. Let's have everybody use potions for a little while till we recover. So that's 2,800, so that's not bad for 2 quick, cheap spells. I want to do that one then. Ooh, gall. What a bad counter. Okay, let's see if this will finish this. Only 3,600? That's pretty rough. Okay. So Mikey didn't get the EXP, but whatever. Ah, Yumaro. Yep. Unchanged because he's Rocksteady the Rhino. Because all he does is charge. Pretty good thing to do with that. I could get him a Rage Ring, but actually might almost be worth it to buy one of those for whatever end party he's going to be in. So that's 8 characters. I have all the stupid characters that I need. But I'm still very much lacking in, I'm amazingly close right here to this group. What was I thinking about wanting to do first? Actually, the, oh yeah, his stuff, but yeah, I can do that after here. Let's go ahead and do Edgar's, and then I'll go up and do Sabin's. And I'll also go ahead and do the Doomgaze fight here real quick. Not really worth it to go through the thing this time. All the stuff inside is not replenished, but the stuff outside is. Just a weird way that the game codes the 2 worlds as a randomizer. All the maps inside are treated as essentially the same for the most part, with the exception of like the weapon shops, so at least as far as I understand. I might be slightly off in that estimation, but circlets, yes, decent helms. I'm gonna buy 3 of those. Red jacket for can't afford it. Too bad. I can sell some stuff though. Imperial, Falchions, I don't need. Mithril Blade, Epi. Pretty much don't need any of this stuff. 2 Aura Lances that I have. I can sell Mithril Rod because if I bring him back, I'm giving him the Illumina. Snipers are almost worth selling too. I mean, they're some pretty hefty damage, but I'm already beyond the point where I need that damage, so. Buckler's useless. Curse Shield. Genji Helmet. Peace Ring could help me with my, although now it's a little late, but if I were to decide to do it. Okay, red jacket for Bebop. Already equipped and equal to whatever he's got on, which is Tower Rope. Okay, yeah, that's right, it is. Boom, better in all stats, and now fire resistance. Fire immunity, rather. I can buy Excaliburs and Wing Edges. Okay, that's all I'm looking at here. Probably not even going to bother with the dried meat at this stage, but eh. Check. I think I've got all the items I need otherwise, unless I want to go buy some elixirs, which might be worth doing at this point. If the shops still have elixirs, I think I'll buy a bunch of them with whatever money I have once I do this part. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't get an Esper again. I got... Oh yeah, Yumaro. Jeez. Esper would be much more useful than Yumaro, especially at this stage. Da Vinci is not quite as good as Magical. Okay, that's the mid-tier between Chocobo and Magical. And then Rainbow is her ultimate. Sleeping bags. Okay, good. Not a character. Ooh, Aegis Shield. Very nice. Throw it on you. No, actually. Sure. Although it's kind of a waste to do this. With our double fire trees, we'll probably wipe him out with, and done. Fenrir, excellent. Safe and mute. As well as more fire tree and haste too. Well, mute at least will have some use to me. I am really not getting good stuff to help me in the final battles, though. Mute finally is some minor thing, but... Gotta put him back up front. Otherwise, even though it says they're giving a discount, they don't. Well, I can buy 6k X ethers, which would help with cash. Dried meat. X potions for only 3k. I have 9/10 already, so I don't need those. Alright. But I'd rather just buy elixirs for the combined price of X Ether and elixir to get both. Although theoretically I would need X potions more as a healing. And then could get less X ethers, so maybe actually that is the strat. Wasted me a time figuring that out. I was hoping that I'd be able to do this seed in a good time, but this is going to be probably a 2.5, 3 hour seed from the look of things. This has not been very fortunate that way. And then all the rest of the money on X ethers, and we'll be good for a little bit. There. Now when I get low, I can just do the... Did I rest already? I did, didn't I? Yeah. I have gotten decent but not great stuff, which doesn't help. Oh, Magus Rod, there we go. One Thunder Shield. One other offensive spell from 4 Espers. Only 4 Espers and 8 characters already. Not a good balance at all. Red cap, okay. More bonus XP for some people. No. I like the circlets more for the magic power, especially since we're such a magic power focused group. Hurl Lance. Anybody assume that would actually mean anything? Since I already have Aura Lances and an Illumina for him. Crystal Mail and Tau Robe. Oh, need to open it. Okay, Skull Dragon, so these Fire 3s are going to be lovely. And for some reason he uses Fire as well. That's hilarious. Let's use the better mana-efficient person. So that's another muscle belt. That gives me 3 of them, hilariously. And economizer. Oh, yay. Boom. That's an upgrade at this point. All that work I did for the offering, and it doesn't look like it's going to pay off at all. Genji shield. Sheesh. Well, now we have 4 decent shields, at least. Genji shield isn't great, but it gives decent enough evasion and everything that it's fine. I think Aegis shield is... Paladin shield is obviously the tier unto itself. Then it's the elemental shields because they absorb various elements. The only instances you don't want one is if you've already got, like, Minerva's, I think. Is the only armor that provides as many elemental immunities that are useful. Then Aegis shield is the next tier. Genji shield is right after it. It's a little bit better physically, but doesn't give as much magic evade. And then below that, you've got your crystal shield and your force shield. So many things I could do. Siren, okay. Kind of renders mute pointless, but... Fire 2, Meteor, Cure 2, Life 2, so finally some heal spells, and Meteor for other uses too. Alright, Keating. Ren Rare for Mutant Safe. Gerardo, Keating, sure. Unicorn, Gerardo for Haste 2. Alright, so that will work out. Since magic is my main focus, it'd be a good time to go ahead and hit the tower. Or at least check it out, see if it's somebody I want. An imp, so good, that's a relic, that's what I need. Or it's either an item or an esper at least, so. Suppose I could always go to the auction house for those too, but I hate the auction house. Another gold hairpin is not bad, and actually, I'll throw it on you immediately. Now, if only I had more spells so that this were a little bit more reliable. Doom is what I'm looking for, and then Meteor will help. That's Now, non-elemental damage I can throw out once I've learned it. That I can even double cast, so it makes lore effectively useless with the gem box. Ha. Gold Dragon for Crystal Orb. Pretty bad place to have Gold Dragon, because Gold Dragon has pretty darn high magic defense. And so with nothing else to use it on. Just kind of lucky it isn't Red Dragon, because Red Dragon, of course, would be immune to fire. I'd have to use the Bolt 2s, which would be even slower. Another offering. Still haven't found a item to use offering with yet, though. That's going to be everything, yeah. A third dragon I'll get to do Kefka Tower Skip, which is super easy to do. I can go up and do Tritok, Yeti, and Ice Dragon equivalent, whatever the Ice Dragon is, in Genji Helmet. Jeez. In Narsh next, and then I can go over and do the quick check for Setzer. Doomgaze, okay. Some of us have level 5 Doom, unfortunately. Him. Okay, that's fine. Luckily, I can Life 2 and then Fire 3. He also has really high magic defense, but he's weak to Fire 3, so... And only one of our characters had Life 5, so that's not bad. Counter of a counter. But he's immune, unfortunately, because he counts as flying. Very, very high magic defense, but he's also weak to fire, so... I still need to find 6 more Espers. Palador, excellent. Scan times 20. Well, whatever, it's not like I need strength plus 2 or 50% HP that much. Now all of a sudden, X-Ethers would be a lot more useful than I really ought to get. Oh, going to Narsh is a great idea. I can do that easily. X-Ethers are suddenly 100 times more valuable than X-Potions because I can... Although I can use them in combat, which is nice, but I don't need that many because now that I finally got Cure 2 and I have it on Realm... He did not give any... Yeah, he didn't give any magic points. That's right, Doomgaze doesn't. So none of the other characters have learned their stuff. She was the only one who was just maxed on everything anyway. Luckily, I can warp out of this dungeon. Normally, I like to check this first, too, by going to Narsh in the regular world, but since I haven't bothered to go to Narsh for anything, not getting either Terra or Mog helps with that, too. But since I know I won't get a character from the Esper, so there's a good chance of a Esper there from Tritok. And there's a dragon here, which will give me Kefka skip. Kefka Tower skip. Dirt Dragon, there's another Magus Rod. Plus 7 magic if someone else can use it. Yeah, he counts as flying, so he's immune to that. He'll be immune to landslide too, which is a bit of a mistake from me, possibly choosing that. I'd really like to see El Nino go off, but for whatever reason, won't choose El Nino. Wump again, of course. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. $2,600 totally made it worth it to ignore doing double fire 3s instead. Okay, got him. Alright, another Magus Rod, which might be good if I can equip it on Donnie or Bebop. Not Bebop, he has Illumina. Maybe Mikey. Yeah, Mikey's just got an Assassin, which is 3 speed, and so 7 more magic for either Donnie or Mikey would be grand. A Flame Shield, okay. Finally something good like that. We'll give it to you instead of Crystal. Great. Nope, can't use Magus Rod, too bad. What about Mikey? Can use Pearl Lance, but I lose 3 speed to doing that, so... Yeah, not gonna bother with the saves. This is Ultros 3, I guess. And he died like he should in Ultros 3, which is a little weird. Oh, I didn't swap out magic points, but he doesn't reward magic points either, I'm pretty sure, so... Yay, Esper! Speaking of which... Crusader, okay. Pearl and magic power +1. Whoops. Which is better than nothing. Start by giving it to you, just to learn the Pearl. Siren. Palador, I guess. Fenrir. Siren. Siren, Unicorn. Palador, Fenrir. Okay. Okay, don't need the monster in a box. I guess theoretically, if I got lucky and there were pugs and they dropped a Minerva, it'd be kind of okay. But I've ignored them all to this stage anyway, so I don't care. And it's only a chance at getting a Minerva. If it were guaranteed, then it might be worth doing a risk on as well. But since pugs only have a chance, they're the only one that doesn't guarantee drop their item that's supposed to have it. Yes, Magicite, good. Ramu? Come on, Doomspell! Would really like a Doomspell. Or a Doomspell from Edgar's Natural Magic. Or Bebop in this case. Ultros 2, hilarious. Learned Regen. Mute, slow, regen, break. Okay, he's learned break, so that at least will work on one stage of, I didn't get anything there either, but what does... Yeah, he's worth 0, but what is Ramu? Murton times 20 with speed +1. We'll do that next, I suppose. I'd actually rather... Who has... Palador is Scan, right? I'd rather have you learn Ramu. Oh yeah, and I need to use Warpstone. Okay, that puts us at 8. Okay, let's, we're over here. Let's check the Coliseum and see if any of the random items I have will turn into better random items. Waiting to get dead last on this, Genji Helmet, Rune Edge, Goggles, Magical Brush, Mithril Knife, Kodachi, Mithril Shield, Thornlet, Scimitar, Magus Rod, Valiant Knife. Who can even use the Valiant Knife? That could be a problem for my offering, but then I would have to raise up Locke / Casey if none of my characters can use it. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll give it a shot. I have 2 offerings, so I could have 2 characters doing it too. Although Valiant Knife is the worst of the 3, especially at higher level. Evil Oscar, who's the best chance? Yeah, not great. Come on, Shredder. There we go. Come on, good double cast. Rasp? No. Not the spell we want. Probably going to have to bring you Yumaro if I want to do that. And Yumaro's going to have to gain some levels too. Yay. Huh. Okay, we got Frog Baron Gao. Capture and Blitz. Decent stats, but do not need a ninth character, seriously. His checks are going to be the last ones that I do, pretty much. Soft. So essentially I'm never going to have to do them, because I only need 3 more relics now, and I have so many checks. Flame Shield, that was worth it. Another Flame Shield, probably for her then. I'm going to give you Aegis for -8 defense, but +2 magic defense and +20 magic evade, which is strong. Oh, shops. Check again for like an Atma weapon, preferably, or maybe fixed dice if nothing else. Another red jacket I could buy, crystal chocobo circlets, I have all those already. Atma weapon, yeah. Okay. Alright. That's actually pretty interesting. Oh, I only have 600 gold. I've spent it all and don't have any left over. Also, it would be worth it to sell my Aura Lances at this point. Pearl Lance, Partisan, Magus Rod? Yeah, I'll sell that too. Powerful as she is with magic, this is actually better. Charm is fine. Especially at the stage of hit points we're at now. I'm really hurt. Oh, I can deal with that. I can deal with that with X potions that I've got. A little bit low on mana though, so I do need to get another good heal at some point. It's very interesting, that's for certain. Hey, welcome, Green Monkey. Now I could actually double Atma weapon and double Murton strat as well. I now have 2 Flame Shields of Thunder and Red Jacket. That's enough for Murton immunity. And an ice shield. Okay. Which is actually my first access to ice magic, amusingly. Another memento ring. Madeline sleeps here, excellent. That will leave me 2 espers short. Oh yay, Senior Behemoth, so that's gonna get me Behemoth suit. Perfect. Yeah, I had like 7 characters and 1 Esper for quite a little while. It was crazy how fast that happened. Okay, Behemoth suit for super stats. What's Madeline got? Mutant sleep. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Siren. Let's get Murton on you. Learn that. You could learn it from that a little bit quicker, just in case. Especially the 2 good ones with +1 speed and +1 magic power, which would have been a little bit more useful early on. Let's see. Kind of trolly locations left for the last 2. I could, I guess, go to the auction house. I hate doing the auction house checks too, though. Eight. $11. 12. 17. 22. That should be enough. Although I'm always neurotic about being wrong, so I'm going to grab a couple... Okay, 27. I know that's more than enough. Now I just gotta find the chest again. Come on, chest. You were 2 stops too early. Come on, chest. Come on, chest. Didn't need to grab that. Whatever. Come on! Oh, that was it! Darn it! Darn me. Didn't see the chest, so I thought, there's switch, 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 switch. That's always the worst feeling of all, when you do one of those little tiny mistakes that guarantees a big waste of time, like saying continue exploration the first time you dig underground with the castle. Same stupid thing happens. Ghost Drain. Half damage, but still will be plenty. Yay, Magicite. One to go. Right, an Ice 2, Life 3. Life 3 is nice. Finally have an Ice 2 access. Kind of the same at this point. Okay, let's do Judor. Should have done Velt Cave into that place, actually. Would have been a slightly more efficient setup, I think. How much money do I have now? Only 6k. Okay. If I had 20k, maybe I would do go ahead and do the auction house here, since I'm only one shy now. But I might get enough money to do it after doing this check if it doesn't give me the what I'm looking for. $90k. Yep, well, there's all the money I need. I could go buy some elixirs with that if I really wanted. You're fine. Crusader. Still going. Palador. %, HP growth, why not? Still then learn mute. I don't need mute nearly as much as I need Murton. Let's get that over with. Another economizer, okay. Feels a little bad that Realm is one of the two who can use Atma Weapon with Offering. Because her magic power is so obscenely high in this game, she can do a lot of damage with that, but once she gains a few more levels, she'll still be doing just more with Atma Weapon. So... of course. keep giving him speed, I guess. No, actually. I ought to go ahead and boost your magic power since you're one of the people casting. And save them a little bit. Heyo, Drulith. Oh yay, will this finally be my last Esper? Cowabunga indeed. What does he weak to? Well, whatever. They should finish him off. Now time for Shredder to live up to his name. Still not dead? Okay, what is he not immune to? Volt, maybe? I think ice, but, okay, lightning's okay as well. There we go. And Stray. Okay. Stray doesn't give anything super duper nice, so... for life 3, kind of doesn't matter. Satyr, hope he gave you some magic power as well. Okay, you were needing... Actually needing... Siren. Yeah, Cure 2 Meteor. That'd be good to have before in Life 2. That'd be good to have before we face Kefka. And you're getting magic power. Okay. Statues. Alright, casters. Shredder there, and you in the middle as well. And divide out the rest, kinda don't care. Should be able to deal with whatever comes our way. Nice to finally have some easy bosses at the statues for once. I've had all endgame bosses recently, and nothing but... just use a sleeping bag, don't care about these others, really. Let's see. Alright, so you're going to need Fenrir. That's the only one that really matters when it comes right down to it. These two aren't even going to be able to anyway. Never did get a good weapon for Raph. Whoops. Need a Moogle Charm. Seriously? Come on. And Moogle Charm for you. Just straight up. Don't need to head out to activate the other doors. They're already activated. Okay. Didn't finish him, huh? We'll do that for fun, then. There we go. Yeah, that did get louder. I need to turn that down. I do have an antidote. Good. Okay, you learned all the siren spells. Anything else that you really need? Go ahead and give you Raiden. Maybe you'll learn that if we're lucky. And I'm still just letting you gain magic power. What's your magic power sitting at now? 40? Okay. Yeah, you still need more. Hopefully we'll gain at least one more level from this so that you'll do a little bit more damage. No ice. Unfortunate. I guess we can just do lots of meteors and that should be fine. Should be immune, right? Yeah. Everybody has flame shields, ice shields, or red jackets, so we're immune to fire in general. Oh yeah, you have ice too from the ice shield you were wearing. Yeah. I was the dull kid who's... Oh, because of the fire knuckle. Ha, funny. I was the dull kid whose favorite was Leonardo because he was the sword-wielding leader and the nice guy. So to not have my favorite turtle is a little bit sad. Plus, sword tech is always really good in the rando with the increased sword tech speed. I think it's pretty interesting. I feel that from the little bit of experience I have with it, it seems that there was a pretty interesting, just use a tent and be done. Pretty interesting divide among kids in general over who their favorite was, for all sorts of different reasons. Alright, let's give you Hero Ring instead. Give Moogle Charm to anybody else. Did I ever buy him a Rage Ring? Should have bought him a Rage Ring as a safety as well. Forgot all about it. Probably. Hey, a time when Storm is actually okay. But that should finish him. I could do Palador for the fun of it. We all have Mute, so really don't need Siren. Especially since I have 2 Gem Box casters. Nah, it really doesn't matter even to take off anything. Okay, final battle, here we go. Thank you much. Ended up becoming a relatively decent, after my usual rough start that I always have trying to get my levels in a place where I'm comfortable, and got my first Esper much later than I wanted to. Ended up with a decent starting spells and made it through most of the early fights without a problem, but kept running into characters instead of Espers. Okay, let's see, what are we at? Mikey, Bebop, Shredder, and Donnie. That's our team. Okay, so Natural Magic, you learn Break for that guy. You guys learn Fire 3 for that head. Not dead yet? Should be pretty darn close. Guess it is dead. Nope. And all four there, that's pretty awful, actually. That's also very awful. If that takes Donnie out of the fight, that's very unusual to see that move. That takes me out of the fight. I think I'm just going to go ahead and restart. It's been a very long time since I had petrification. I don't know if I've ever had a character petrified during the... I've got my save. I'm just going to move on. Okay, let's try this again. Miss, not good. Let's go ahead and throw that on to make things a little bit better. Hit this time. Good. Okay, that finished it. Damage, so he's a little low, need to heal up. Okay, now first stage is down without anybody missing, so... Unfortunately, nobody learned Doom, never found Esper with Doom, so I can't do anything to the middle portion. Maybe I should have kept the air anchor so I could use it on the, on that. I banked on eventually finding a Doom, but lost out. Okay, mute. And then let's cure... That should be enough. He's gonna explosion himself, so... One cure... and then another Murton. This will probably finish. If not, I'm gonna rely on him to do it. Okay, that's that. Makes him lose his haste, but not a huge deal. Now, problem is single target abilities to use on that side head. What is it immune to? I know it absorbs either fire or wind or both. Maybe lightning is okay? One thing I know will work fine is drill. Actually... Is it still alive? Still alive? Okay, there we go. Go ahead and take an action. Alright, now we Fenrir. Kinda not good. Whoops, wrong one. I wanted to do Murton, not Meteor. Okay, that made it. 238.18, huh? How did that compare to last week's, anyway? which felt like a much rougher seed overall. This didn't feel like that bad of a live seed, but yeah, it's 12 minutes slower than last week where I was really, really slow, and it seemed like a much rougher seed than this one. Oh well. Holy cow, I'm not nearly dead last. We've had a lot of people who did this one, 33 total now. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, even the quickest times were a lot slower than they would be with what is effectively a more normal seed, slightly higher than usual requirements at 8 characters and 11 espers, but I guess there were a lot of other people who were thrown off by the very bad collection of espers were in weird places, and most of the early sets just gave you more and more characters until you reached the point. This was probably an okay seed to go to the auction house. I really hate doing the auction house because it feels like such a time waste, unless I'm really desperate for just a couple more espers and the last checks are really awful, but... And then a lot of the things that didn't have characters early on had items instead, some of which were okay. Being able to eventually get the double Atma weapon offering set up for the final fight was nice. Probably would have been worth it, considering also that I got an early cat hood and a whole lot of money from that. But as always seems to happen, there are a few things I did that I got baited later into it being a pointless task. Like, I ended up deciding, since I couldn't find any cure magic on any espers, and the World of Ruin Figaro Castle was selling both X-Ethers and X-Potions, I decided to go ahead and buy a bunch of X-Potions and a few X-Ethers with the remaining amount of my money, so I could just use those when necessary. And then the very next Esper I got had Cure 2 on it, so there went needing to rely on X-Potions for healing. Kind of interesting who they chose for which character sprites and stuff. I almost would have thought making Edgar one of the turtles so that you always have him in the ending. Yeah. So I guess compared to how some of the best people did versus last week's and how I did to that, it wasn't that bad for me. Because the other thing I wanted to do with all that money was just buy elixirs from Figaro Castle, because I could have relied on that, but I decided it was probably more efficient to buy more X-Potions and less X-Ethers, because I would have needed the health restore without a cure a lot more often than I would need the mana gain. Ended up not using either one all that much, so... Krang with the Ultra Sprite. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, that's why. Because I was wondering why my other character, the one who I didn't recognize who was using the frog sprite, was Baron. I think that's a later season of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I never saw. But he appeared as Ultros in the battle, and I was like, why is that? Because he had on a Moogle suit, and the Moogle sprite was replaced by Ultros for Krang, which fit pretty well. They did a pretty decent job with finding sprites that, you know, at least give you the sense of, okay, I know what they're going for. I really appreciate that. My other main thing that I do is Soul Calibur 3 Chronicles of the Sword speedrunner, which I really like largely because it's a entirely custom mode. You make your own characters, and I make a lot of Final Fantasy characters to do that. But and so having these customized sprites giving a semblance of the characters from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe is pretty clever. They did a pretty good job of it. I was actually bad-mouthing it a little bit at first because I felt that Raph's sprite looked a little bit too orange. It might have just been the tiny pixels or whatever, but then when Michelangelo showed up with his yellow-orange, it's like, okay, Raph definitely looks red compared to Michelangelo. I'm okay with that now. It's really funny because it's a big deal to me that I really like the color red, but I'm not very fond of the color orange. And so a lot of times some things seem shaded orange at certain points, and it looks unattractive to me when it actually is pretty close to red, and I think that was the case with the Raph. I'm not sure why that is. Weird little mental thing. I really appreciate that they decided to turn Murder Child Realm into Shredder. That just seemed pretty appropriate since she's effectively the most powerful character in the game with her maximum, or her highest level magic stat and her relatively decent speed most of the time. And she lived up to the billing here too, having that super high magic stat, and then later being able to use the Atma weapon once I found that, along with the double offering I picked up. Another one of those seeds I'd like to see slightly revised to give, because they gave appropriate abilities to each of the turtles. I think they should have gone a step further and maybe given something like Throw to either Shredder or Casey, because both seem kind of appropriate for their setup, for their characters. Maybe find a few more of those. April would probably have a bad ability like Sketch or whatever. I did like that Rocksteady was Umaro. That seemed to fit the Charging Fool, especially when you compare the old arcade games of the Turtles. Anyhow, I think that's going to do it for me here. I like spending some time talking about stuff while the ending's going, but it's too long to go through the entire thing most of the time. Gonna take a break after a few hours more after dinner and stuff for me here. I'm gonna come back with another seed. I might do an all-dragon seed. It's been a while since I've done a dragon hunt. Maybe do a crazy one and mix the dragons in with bosses, so I have to hunt bosses everywhere just to kill the 8 dragons, and that's the entire point of the seed. But we'll see about that. But thanks for watching. That'll do it for me for now. As I say, I'll be back on later with some sort of seed later on tonight. So, take care all. Again, thanks for watching, and see you all later.